Hi, this is Claire again, and we are back with the full moon cards. First of all, I want to wish all of you a happy new year, much of luck, much of joy and health, and everything that's good in your life for the year to come. Last year, last full moon, we didn't see each other because, as we say in German, the whole family lay flat, so everyone was ill. And we had cold and flu and everything you can imagine, so it wasn't possible to do the cards. And this time, luckily, we are back again, and we are back again with the full moon cards, with the Lenormand cards, and these are the ASS Altenburger. And just a short advertisement, I have a Lenormand course, correspondence course in English. So I put the link in the video description, advertisement end. If you are interested, you can have a look at it. So, to come back to the cards, they might be from the 20s, I think. It's the ASS. They are from Altenburg. Altenburg is a city not too far away from our city here, from Leipzig. And it's a card city, so to say. They have a long tradition of printing. And there is even a museum about playing cards and everything. And it's really nice. If you are in Altenburg, have a look at it. So these cards, for some people, they are too bold, too colorful. It's like a comic or something to them. And some people like it because they are very clear. There are, you might also be a little collector of cards, and there are many decks that are quite artistic. And when you read, for example, the grand table, the big layout, so to say, then the artistic cards can be quite confusing if there are too many symbols on them, and it's like a picture, a real picture, so to say, not just these shorts. And it's difficult to find the main symbols when you are reading the cards all together in the big layout. So when reading bigger layouts, I prefer those simple cards so I can see at the first glance what is meant and who is next to whom. So when I see, for example, the lady here, the woman card, then this looks a lot like 20s, the roaring 20s, so to say. Yes, so this is just an impression of the cards, and we will have a look at them now. The cards were, as always, drawn in the German version of the video first. And here we see, first of all, the man, the male card. And this is interesting, especially in a reading like the full moon cards. This is not a reading for a special person with a special question, so to say. So we have a quite broad range here. And when we look at the cards like this, I always try to cover as many possibilities and meanings as possible, so you can hear your inner bell ring, so to say, when something is appropriate for your situation, and you see, this connects to me, this means in my life this and that, so to say. This has a meaning to me. So of course he can be a man, he can be the man of the heart, he can be also a father figure sometimes, or a friend or a brother or someone who is close to your heart. And he can also be in this broad range of a full moon reading, so to say. It's not a personal reading to a person. This can mean the male energy as such. This can mean like yang or yang in the Chinese philosophy, in Taoism. So this is male, this is the element of fire, and this is a strong element. It is an element that needs to be contained so you won't get burned out, so to say, and the flames don't consume you. Yeah, and this is especially interesting. This card, of course, a card like this is just like an energy. You have this one energy in the room, so to say, and you have to put it into relationships so you can see what this is about, how it unfolds, so to say. And there is a cross card, and it is very interesting because it's a two-sided card. So when the cards are before them, they are ended, and the cards after them, they get a certain gravity. Yeah, it is a little bit heavy then. So maybe in your country or where you're coming from, this is interpreted a little bit different. I have seen in some videos or in the comments, in the English videos with the comments, that people told me, well, you didn't have this meaning or that meaning, or I didn't know that this card can be seen like that. So I think in English and in the English-speaking community, some cards are seen in a different light. so to say. They have different meanings and not totally different, but like aspects that are seen. For example, someone told me the fox card is also about the job, and in Germany the fox card is falsity. It means something is wrong. It is like a little trickster card somehow. Yeah, so this can be seen really different, and this makes it so interesting, I think, because this shows it is a living tradition, and this is important. When you have living folk traditions, it's never the same in every place. Yeah, and this shows you, oh, this is not just old stuff from the past. This is really living, and this is, yes, sometimes it's confusing, but most often it's interesting and it broadens your view on the topic. This is, I really like that. I don't want to have everything the same, so to say. I like when it's living. So, coming back to the cards. The cross, as I have said, in the typical classical German way to read it, it puts an end to what is in front of it, and what comes after it will be a little bit heavier and has more, can you say gravity in English? Does it make sense? In German it would make sense. So it is more grave, it is more, yes, more, how you say, yes, when it's really, it's not just a play, yeah, it's not just fun, it is adult stuff, so to say. Yeah, it's not for children, it's not childish, it's not funny, it is for the adults, it is yes, hard, so to say. Yes, so here we see this in the broad range of our full moon reading. It's not a personal reading, yeah, we have this at the back of our mind. And here you see the man, the male energy, the young energy, the fire element, yeah, to say it in the European context of magic, this would be the fire element. And we all know fire has to have like something around it so it won't set everything at fire. So this is like, it needs a fence. And this is a fence for it, yeah, because it puts an end to this. And I know at the beginning of the year many people think about things like, I want to do a little bit less, I don't want to burn myself out, yeah, there we are again with a fire element. I want to contain my inner male, so to say. So this card is like your inner male. It is striving energy. Of course, this is gender stuff, so to say. Women are the same driven as men can be. But when we want to think in these gender things, which are also into magic and into classical magical thinking, then you have this driving force, this lot of energy, lots of inspiration, lots of strength, but also overpowering and conflict sometimes. Yeah, I just want to get it. I will work for it. It will be hard and yeah. But where is the soul? Where is you? Yeah, and doing a little bit less, putting an end to this too much power and too much striving and all of this. It's not always easy. It can feel like you're an underperformer now, yeah? Because we tend to underestimate how much our society rewards doing more than you actually can, and working too hard and striving too much, and everything falls out of balance because of that. But we think like, whoa, yeah, I've really done it, yeah? And our body and our soul is longing for nourishment, and it needs to be, I think, replenished is a good word for this. So we need to take something back into ourselves. We need to care for ourselves. And this energy just wants to go on, and I will get it, I will do it, yeah? So this means like a reality check. And he gets a little bit like diminished in a positive way. So this cross puts an end to it. And the cross itself is, of course, a very interesting symbol. It is, in classical German way, Lenormand reading, it is like the ending card, yeah? But if you look a little bit closer, and you can always have a closer look at the cards and let your mind play and let your intuition guide you, then you, of course, every cross is also a shamanic tree of life, yeah? So even in the Christian myth, miracles happen at the cross. So this is like, the symbol is of course much older than Christianity. You have like two lines are coming together. And here is like the web of words, you could say, if you want to say it. It was a Norns, was a how you say it, was a Norse tradition, let's say it like that. And the Norns and the web of life, and this would be one knot, so to say, in the web of life, one interconnectedness. And you have, like, for example, here is in classical shamanism, here is the underworld, the world below. Here you have the middle world, here you have the upper world, and this is like the earth itself. So it's like the middle world, the point where everything comes together. Yeah, in real life it is working out, all these energies. So you can get or you can go much further than the classical meaning of the cards. Put everything into it, you know, about symbolism, you know, about traditions, you know, about spirituality, yeah, if it feels appropriate. Of course, you don't want to make a big mishmash and everything is just whatever feels right to you. Yeah, you might know this sentence. It's often used in the spiritual fields, and it is important that things feel right, but this should not be like I don't care, I put everything together, even if it does not fit, and our ancestors would have said, oh my gosh. And our ancestors, actually, they were also people who put many things together. Like you have Roman gods in London, like Mithras. Yes, so Mithras was not Roman actually, but you know what I mean. There were ASS temples all over Europe. So it was not that one way for everyone, okay? But it has still have to have a relationship. It should not be totally made up. I think you know what I mean. So this cross can mean a lot more. And to me, it's often in symbol of interconnectedness, and in readings it can show like a time when you see what's essential and what is not. Yeah, it's like the Norns, and this is like a little knot in their big web of life. The Norns are showing you again what is important and what is not, and how should it be, if it should be fitting and good and appropriate. Yeah, so this is like a reality check up, often this card in real life readings, and this is like a reality check for our male energy, for our fire, our inner fire, so it won't burn us out. Yeah, it's like a little hint for the new year to care about your energy and how you put it into life, and what is too much of it, because this is fire, this is not water or earth or air or anything like that. It is fire, and with fire you have to be careful. Yeah, it is what warms you, it is what guides you, the light, but it can also have a second side to it, so to say, and it can burn you. Yes, so the cross means, when you see it in a broader range, when you see it like a shamanic symbol, it means, yes, interconnectedness. It can also mean that your spirits are talking to you, that you get clear messages, what is to be done. And in this case, it means please follow them. Yeah, this does not mean to extinguish your fire and to become sloppy or anything like that. It is just about balance. Yeah, the right amount of fire energy. And here we have our little mouse card. And sometimes there are also mice at the card, so this is more like a big rat in this deck. And it is chewing here. So in German, the German view of the cards, this is also a two-sided card, so it means the mouse diminishes where it's eating, and it is, yes, you know what's in at the back, what's coming out of it. So it is like it's making dirty what is behind it. So if here would be another card, this card would be made dirty. I don't know how to say it more elegant in English right now. It would be yes, dirt would be put on it. It would be not so nice. It would be like, this is a thing, oh, I have to, yes, I have to do it, but I don't like it, and things like that. So it would be a little bit difficult. It would be not light, not funny, not joyful, but like, oh, all of this, I don't like it. But here, our little mouse becomes like a beaver, munching away a little bit of this cross. And so this is interesting because the cross, and these cards are both, they can be quite heavy. If you have the dirty side, so to say, of the mouse, it can be ugly, so to say. It's like, it makes the card besides it ugly, or in its most ambivalent sense it will be. But here our little mouse becomes a beaver, and it munches away, or it eats away a little bit of the gravity of the cross. Yeah, because after all, it is a card that is very serious. Serious was a word I was searching when I was talking about it. It is a serious card. Yeah, it's serious business. And this little one, and you sometimes have this, that's two cards that can be a little bit negative, lift each other up. They diminish each other, and so in the end, it becomes lighter and easier. Yeah, so this is one of these lovely moments. And our little beaver mouse, she eats away a little bit of the cross, of the heavy energy of the cross. So here she does a wonderful job, and she helps us to bear this cross. I don't know, you say it in English like that. In German we say you have to bear a cross when something is difficult and is heavy on your shoulders, so to say. You don't have to bear a heavy cross. It is just a cross in its core meaning, but it is not so grave and so serious and so heavy. It's just the core energy of it, nothing heavy attached to it. You could say it like this, yeah? So when we put this together, all of this, in the big range of our full moon reading, I've already said it, but person cards are always a little bit difficult if you do a reading like this. If you do a reading for someone who had actually a question, then it's much more easy because, yeah, you know the persons that are involved. So I will read it here as an energy, but if you know a certain man in your life who would be very fitting for this card, then of course follow your intuition. Yeah, we have this male energy, and it is strong and it is fierce, and the cross here puts it into a fence, so to say. It is like an oven or something like that. So the fire is contained. Yeah, it is not like burning you out. It gets a healthy balance. Yeah. So this is not a fire extinguisher here. This is not that this card is totally diminished. It's a good energy, but it makes you think when you see this card first. All of this raw energy, and yes. Here it gets balanced, and our little mouse is doing here a wonderful job for us. She makes this, do you say she was mice? I don't know. In German, a mouse is female. Yes, it becomes a beaver, who is male in German. It becomes a little beaver, so to say, and it nibbles away a little bit of the cross so it won't be too heavy. So when we put all of this together in the last sentence, we have male energy. The male energy gets balanced. It gets like the fates are looking, the norns are looking. You see what is essential and how you want to invest this energy. Yeah, how you want to deal with it. There is a lot of clarity when this card shows up. Where am I on the tree of life? Yes, what is my branch, so to say? And this little one is doing a good job, and she is, she's like, don't take it too serious, take it easy. Yeah, she's a take it easy mouse here. She takes away what is too heavy with a cross. Yes, so these are the cards for this full moon, and I hope the flu and cold season will become a little bit easier with the new year. So I hope we will see each other next full moon again. Yes, again, have a wonderful new year. I wish you all of the best, and yes, all of the best to you. Yeah, and we will see each other hopefully next full moon again.